Here are hidden, disturbing, and lesser-known scary facts about World War II that are historically documented, but not commonly taught. This is dark history, so some points are unsettling. Human experiments and war crimes. Unit 731. Japan secretly ran human experimentation camps in China. Prisoners, including children, were frozen alive to study frostbite infected with plague, cholera, and anthrax, dissected without anesthesia after the war. Many scientists were never punished and were protected for their data. Nazi medical experiments. Twins were experimented on by Joseph Mengele. Prisoners were submerged in ice water to test hypothermia, poison gas, and high-altitude experiments killed thousands. Biological weapons testing. Both Japan and Nazi Germany tested plague bombs, and disease spread on civilian populations. Mass deaths. You rarely hear about. More civilians died than soldiers, around 70 to 75 million deaths, and over 60% were civilians. Firebombing was worse than atomic bombs. The Tokyo firebombing March 1945 killed approximately 100,000 people in one night, more than Hiroshima or Nagasaki individually. Entire villages were erased. Nazi forces wiped out thousands of villages across Eastern Europe. Men, women, children often burned alive. Psychological horror. Soldiers were often teenagers. German Hitler Youth soldiers were 12 to 16 years old. Japan trained school children to fight tanks with bamboo spears. Cannibalism occurred. Japanese troops resorted to cannibalism in isolated islands. Some POW camps saw prisoners eating the dead to survive. Suicide was encouraged. Japanese civilians were told surrender, with shameful families jumped off cliffs together. Rather than be captured. Secret and hidden operations. The Allies knew about the Holocaust earlier. Some leaders had intelligence about extermination camps years before liberation, but action was delayed. Operation Paperclip. The U.S. secretly recruited Nazi scientists, including war criminals, to work on rockets and weapons. Some helped build NASA chemical weapons stockpiles. Millions of tons of chemical weapons were dumped into oceans after the war, still poisoning ecosystems today. Atomic and radiation. Nightmares. Radiation victims were hidden. Survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki suffered skin melting. Days later, genetic damage passed to children. Many were silenced or ignored for decades. Nuclear testing used humans as data. Soldiers were ordered to march toward nuclear blast zones to test survivability. Espionage and dark politics. Fake resistance groups. Some resistance groups were actually controlled by Nazis to trap real rebels. False flag attacks started the war. Nazi Germany staged fake attacks to justify invading Poland. Poles were used as slaves. Millions were worked to death building weapons, tunnels, and factories. Haunting aftermath. Unexploded bombs still kill thousands. Of ww1 bombs remain buried in Europe and Asia, still exploding today. Trauma was never treated. PTSD wasn't recognized. Many veterans lived violent, broken lives in silence. Some war criminals died free. Hundreds escaped justice and lived normal lives under new identities. Final truth. Most terrifying fact. ww1 showed that ordinary people can commit unimaginable evil when fear, propaganda, and obedience replace humanity.